The essence of boundaries. In every relationship, boundaries play a crucial role. They're the invisible lines that define our comfort zones and signal to others what is acceptable behavior. But here's the thing: establishing boundaries isn't about keeping people out. It's about protecting your space and ensuring mutual respect. The Stoics, renowned for their insights on life, offer profound wisdom when it comes to boundaries. Epictetus, a prominent Stoic philosopher, taught that we must first understand what we can and cannot control. In relationships, this lesson is invaluable. While we can't control the behavior or reactions of others, we can control how we respond to them and how we protect our sense of self. Healthy boundaries are essential for maintaining balance in relationships. Without them, we risk losing our identity, succumbing to manipulation, or being overwhelmed by the demands of others. The Stoics encourage us to set boundaries not out of fear, but from a place of self-respect. It's about creating space for healthy connections, ones where both individuals can thrive without compromising their values. But how do we establish and enforce boundaries effectively? Know your values before you set boundaries. It's essential to know what matters most to you. Your values are the foundation. If a relationship requires you to compromise on those values, it's time to reconsider its place in your life. Communicate clearly. Boundaries are only effective if they're communicated. You must express your needs and limits openly. This doesn't mean being confrontational. It means being assertive and honest. Respect and enforce your limits. Once you've established your boundaries, it's crucial to respect them yourself. If you waver, others will too. Enforce them consistently, not out of anger, but out of a desire to maintain healthy dynamics. Boundaries are not walls to isolate you from others. They're bridges to ensure your relationships are grounded in respect, honesty, and mutual understanding. The Stoics remind us that boundaries aren't just about saying no to others. They're about saying yes to ourselves and our well-being. The foundation of mutual respect. A relationship without respect is like a ship without a rudder. It's directionless and doomed to drift. Mutual respect is the cornerstone of any healthy connection, and it begins with a commitment to honoring your own values. Stoicism teaches that our values are the essence of who we are. They guide our decisions, shape our identity, and influence how we interact with the world. Compromising on those values in a relationship erodes your sense of self and can leave you feeling lost. The Stoics, Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, Seneca remind us that living in alignment with our values is essential to living a good life. When a relationship forces you to betray those values, it's a clear sign to pause and reflect. It's not about rejecting sacrifice. Every relationship requires compromise. But there's a distinct difference between healthy compromise and compromising your core principles. The former is necessary for growth. The latter is destructive. The Stoics urge us to stay true to ourselves, no matter the external pressures. If you find yourself constantly compromising your values for the sake of a relationship, it's time to assess whether that relationship is truly serving your highest good. Walking away from relationships that undermine your integrity isn't a sign of weakness. It's an act of courage and self-respect. Relationships that honor your values lead to deeper connections, greater fulfillment, and a stronger sense of self. So hold fast to your values and never compromise them for anyone. In doing so, you honor both the wisdom of the Stoics and your own well-being. Reciprocity and balance. Healthy relationships are built on reciprocity, the balance of give and take. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of mutual support, where both individuals contribute equally to the relationship. When this balance is disrupted, and one person is always the giver while the other only takes, the relationship becomes unsustainable. A one-sided relationship leads to resentment, exhaustion, and a breakdown of trust. The Stoics believed that relationships should foster growth and virtue for both parties, not dependency or entitlement. In a healthy dynamic, both individuals support one another emotionally, intellectually, and spiritually. If you find yourself in a relationship where reciprocity is lacking, the Stoics encourage you to reflect. Are you respecting yourself by allowing this imbalance? Are you enabling the other person's lack of contribution? Addressing these questions isn't about ending the relationship. It's about fostering growth and communication. Reciprocity is not a luxury, it's essential. Both individuals should feel valued and supported. And the Stoics remind us that seeking balance is not selfish, it's necessary. Relationships should enrich both individuals, not drain one at the expense of the other. Addressing abuse and failed communication. There are times when a relationship crosses into dangerous territory where boundaries are not just ignored but trampled upon through abuse, be it physical, emotional, or psychological. Stoicism is unequivocal in its stance. Abuse is a violation of human dignity and must be confronted with decisive action. Abuse destroys trust and self-respect, and no Stoic philosophy advocates for enduring such a situation. The Stoics emphasize the importance of protecting one's dignity and worth. Leaving an abusive relationship is not an easy decision, but it's a necessary one to preserve your well-being and integrity. Seeking help and support is a reflection of strength, not weakness. The Stoics remind us that we cannot control others' actions, but we can control how we respond and take steps to protect ourselves. Healing from abuse requires time, reflection, and the reassertion of our core values. Stoicism supports the journey of healing as one of rebuilding inner resilience and reclaiming self-worth. Failed communication is another challenge in relationships. When communication breaks down, it signals deeper issues, whether it's trust, unresolved resentment, or incompatible communication styles. Stoicism advises us to approach these challenges with rationality, self-reflection, and empathy. Effective communication requires effort from all involved. It's about creating a space where both individuals feel heard, valued, and understood. When we apply Stoic principles of clarity, honesty, and empathy, communication can improve, and relationships can thrive. Tranquility and letting go. In the pursuit of tranquility, relationships that consistently disturb your peace must be examined. The Stoics prized inner calm, teaching that we should cultivate resilience in the face of life's challenges, including the relationships we engage in. When a relationship undermines your peace of mind, it may be time to consider its place in your life. Stoicism encourages us to evaluate why a relationship disturbs our tranquility. Is it unresolved conflict, unmet expectations, or behavior that contradicts your values? Once identified, Stoicism guides us to take appropriate action, whether it's setting boundaries, improving communication, or when necessary, walking away. Choosing to distance yourself from a relationship that continually disrupts your peace is not an act of failure. It's a commitment to your well-being. The Stoic ideal is not to avoid discomfort, but but to cultivate the strength to respond with reason and resilience. In this way, the relationships we keep should nurture our tranquility, not detract from it. Surround yourself with those who contribute to your peace, growth, and fulfillment. In doing so, you honor the Stoic path of living a virtuous, meaningful, and tranquil life. In the end, the quality of our relationships has a profound impact on the quality of our lives. Through the Stoic principles of boundaries, respect, reciprocity, communication, and tranquility, we can foster relationships that uplift us and reflect our highest values.